Hey guys, I wanted to show you the video on this 1973 Cougar that I just picked up. Seems to be pretty complete, pretty intact. It's probably, I don't know if it's low mileage or not, but it sure looks like it is. So, picked it up here nearby. 73, it does have a 351 Cleveland in it. It's a 2-barrel Cleveland. And it doesn't have any rust other than some surface right there that you can see on the trunk area. It's surface, and also on the hood area. Like I don't know where it was parked, but like maybe got a lot of sun and the sun faded the hood and part of the fenders, but it makes it kind of a cool patina. So I just wanted to show you that. I'm going to continue to make some videos on this and try to get it started. Apparently it hasn't run since 1984, apparently. It does have a dark blue interior with leather seats. And it's got full instrumentation, automatic console. Let me open this door so you can see the interior a little bit better. Even the carpet, the door panels, they're pretty decent. Have a few cracks there, but even the back seat, everything looks kind of. Let me flip this over. Everything, I haven't even cleaned it or anything, just got it, and the back looks pretty intact. The headliner looks nice. There's no holes in it or anything like that. So I just wanted to show you that. The windows roll up and down. I really thought this car would be power windows, but it's not. It's got manual windows on it. So, but that's okay. Let me close this door and come around the front. So coming around the front, it doesn't have any dents or anything, and all the chrome seems to be intact, and everything looks original on it. It does have a missing emblem on the very top of the grill, as you can see. A little bit of rust right here on this filler panel on the bumper. That's the only rust that I can see on this car, and apparently that's a common area where these Cougars get it, because apparently there's a plate, they call it some kind of a bumper plate that goes behind the bumper. They kind of traps all the moisture, and they get rusted in that area. Even the windshield appears to be the original windshield. This is what I got, and I thought it would be pretty interesting to do a couple of videos on it. This is just like an introduction video on this car, and it's going to be a short one. And I don't do a lot of videos, so I'm just winging it the best I can. And but I do like these old cars, and and how they ride and everything else. Let me open this driver's side door so you can see it does have tilt steering, and it's got a rim blow steering wheel and full instrumentation. It does have an AM FM radio in it, and the door panel here on the driver's side looks like someone had done a patch on it. It's kind of crappy, but you gotta live with that. It's showing low mileage, but I'm not sure whether it's a low mileage car or not. Judging by the brake pedal, the pedals, they look like they're not really worn out or anything, but I don't know if it's a good indication of it's low mileage or not. It's got under 20,000 miles. Let me pop the hood real quick so you can see the engine compartment. I do have the, and I'll show you the trunk here in a minute. One of the things that I really liked about this car is that everything underneath seems to be intact. It's got the original air cleaner on it. It's a 351 Cleveland 2-barrel. It has some of these emission hoses over here by the air filter cleaner, and those normally are gone. and it has the preheater hose also that goes to the exhaust manifold. And normally, you know, a lot of these old cars, right here where the battery goes, the battery tray normally gets all rusty, and also the apron there. But it looks really good there. There's not even signs of any rust there. I did notice that the positive battery cable, it's missing. So, and I also noticed that the hood insulation under the hood, it's missing also. I can see where it used to be, but I think it's those, from what I've seen on some other videos, is that they don't last very long. It does look like it has some kind of a squirrel's nest or something. A squirrel or something's been living in the intake, as you can see all the leaves and nuts and stuff there, and also by the windshield wiper motor. So something's been living in it. And I haven't touched anything under here yet. So that'll be on the next video. I'm gonna do a video on getting this started. And kind of we're gonna go from there. Let me go around the trunk area. Let me grab the keys and let me pump that trunk open so I can show you how nice and intact all that stuff is. Just give me 1 minute. Let me grab the keys. Let me pop this trunk open. And as you can see, it looks pretty original here. We can see, you know, one of the old, well, you can see the 4 hubcaps that came with the car, and they are original. It does have the original trunk mat, as you can see. And everything on the quarter panels and on the wheel wells, all that looks really nice and untouched and not even a speck of rust. The parts right here, the parts that I took off when I took off the drive shaft when I towed it over here. But anyways, it's got a pretty cool, still the original sticker that's on the trunk for the jacking instructions for changing the tire. You know, it looks like it's got a trunk light, some sort, but it looks pretty intact under here, and really, you know, it looks like nobody's messed with it. Like I said, just some surface rust around this area also of the trunk lip there, but it looks pretty intact. Some of the rust that I saw a little bit is on this bumper, which is unusual because he got, you know, he got started here on the top and even ate up a little bit of this area here on this little bumperette. But you know, the tail lights, they're all intact, and from what, I'm not very knowledgeable on these Cougars, but from what I found out is that tail lights are unique and only for 1973. And also on the license plate holder here in the back, you can see where it's got the original sticker that came from the dealership when the car was transported or whatever for the tie downs. It was pretty neat. I found that out when I removed the old license plate. So it's kind of neat. It does have a single exhaust. It looks to be original, but it looks kind of bad. So, but I'm not gonna put the camera or the video down there. So I wouldn't. Probably on the next video. But overall, you know, it's not a bad little car. You know, it does have a vinyl top. It's in okay condition. It's got some cracks and some tears. And discoloration, but for being, you know, 50-year-old car or so, it's pretty neat, pretty good. My plan is to get it running, getting a nice drivable, you know, daily driver out of it, and maybe just kind of touch up, polish up the paint, or even just that's our neighbor's bull back in the background, you know, making noises. Our neighbors, they have cows and horses, so that's what you hear in the background. The research that I've done, Apparently the pinstripe at the bottom, the white pinstripe, is original from what I found out, and also probably the body side molding, but I think maybe it could have been added at the dealership, but I'm not sure about that. But I think the white stripe, it's original to this car. It is an XR7 model, so it's pretty neat. It's got the XR7 there, and so it's kind of cool. It does have power disc brakes, air conditioning, and power disc brakes. So, you know, it's pretty cool, and it's intact in there. It's got all the brackets for the air conditioning, and everything's intact. It hasn't been messed with. So I kind of liked about I like that about this car. Well, guys, this is it. I just wanted to do an introductory video on this car. Like I say, you know, I'm new to making videos, so if I seem kind of, you know, not with it, is because I don't do this very often. So please, you know, have any comments, you know, send me some comments, or, you know, or anything you want to add to it. So that's fine. So thank you very much for looking at this 1973 Mercury Cougar XR7.